Sometimes when a special weekend of games is happening, you have to do something special with a special friend. So please join me in welcoming Kris Heneage to this week's preview and predictions. And you ready for this? He's gonna be using the pink chair. Kristen, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm very good, man.
Welcome. It's a pleasure. We have to do the honorary shake. I wish I had a jersey to hold on.
I was gonna say scarf, the whole thing.
Yeah, that would have been the whole thing. Yeah, now I'm kind of sad that we didn't have that ready for you. So here's the deal. We both love to talk.
We do.
And I think if we broke down all of these games, it'd be a 30-minute video. So I'm gonna put this, I don't know, maybe a compare and contrast thing on it. You get 15 seconds to say who you think's gonna win the game. I get 15 seconds, and then we'll just give a score prediction, and then everybody can just say how much they agree with us in the comments. Cool?
This sounds wonderful.
Great, let's do it. And first up is Barcelona versus Real Madrid in El CLASICO. Who are you going with?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yes. Barcelona are in bad form. Piqué talked about the attitude, all this. I spoke to David Villa.
Whoa, stop. We gotta get the 15 seconds going.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ready?
I was going straight.
No, you're going straight for it. God, I like an eager beaver over here. All right, you ready?
Who told you my nickname?
Oh, there's so many different ways we can take that. All right, here we go. The eager beaver is gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Piqué talked about their attitude, needs to improve, says they're not going to win the league otherwise, and David Villa, who I spoke to this week, said that if you don't win this, it affects the mentality massively, and Barcelona need to focus on that.
10.
Granted, Sociedad said it was a miracle they got a draw, but I don't think the same happens this week against Real Madrid.
All right. 15, that was like 16 seconds. I actually think Barcelona's gonna win this game, so it's not like I have to change my mind on this.
It's at the Camp Nou, so I can see why.
Yeah.
It's not an idiot.
You know, Camp Nou, Camp Now, like, always throws me off.
You say now, I say new.
I say eager, you say beaver, you know?
This is true. This is very true.
You're gonna have a new nickname, #eagerbeaver. I thought you told me before you're gonna go with Barcelona.
Yeah, I changed my
He
mind.
changed his mind. Now I have to be ready for it. 15 seconds. Okay, here we go. It's not the international break anymore. That's usually when they struggle. Messi hasn't scored in his last 5 El Clasicos, so he is due, and they're just not gonna lose at home. Oh, I still got 5 seconds. And listen, Suarez, Neymar, they're just good players. They're just gonna win this game. That's analysis. Okay, so then what's your score prediction?
2-1 Real Madrid.
Okay, I'm gonna say 2-1 Barcelona. Wait, what happens if we gotta do something? We should do a competition. Like, you have to say that the United States men's soccer team is gonna win a World Cup before England wins their second.
This is an opinion I already hold. I have no national pride.
David, okay, I thought that was a good one.
I'll hail Gareth Southgate as the second coming of Bielsa.
Okay.
Why not?
Perfect.
You have to tell me why Jurgen Klinsmann was harshly sacked from the US men's national team.
Harshly sacked?
Harshly sacked.
Okay.
That's the important adjective.
Okay. So you're gonna talk about how great Gareth Southgate is, and I'm gonna talk about how I sympathize with Jurgen Klinsmann and how he got harshly treated here by.
And how some of the media were a little bit mean to him.
Okay. All right. Then I'll do that.
God, I hope I win this one.
No, I want to win. So this is all the games we're predicting.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So the total. All right, just so everybody knows at home, we're keeping score. And up next, Manchester City versus Chelsea. Go! I really want City to win this game because it'll make the Premier League even more exciting than it already is. But you know Pep's gonna go with the back three. He's gonna have Kolarov at left, who just likes to go forward, doesn't really like to defend. You got John Stones, who's really not that good. And then you got Nicolas Otamendi, who's only had one good season in his life, and that turned into a big contract, but he's not really that good either. So I expect Chelsea to win this game.
Oh.
Wow, it went over by 3 seconds. I went 3 seconds over, he's getting 3 extra seconds. And you're going with City. Go.
2 words. Gary Cahill, Jimmy. Gary Cahill is in that defence. Look, Chelsea have done fantastically on the back four, the back three, whatever you want to call it, but they have to concede eventually. They have to start losing games. You can't just keep winning and winning. This is not the Arsenal invincible season. And they're going to kill me for that comment, I know. But more importantly, De Bruyne is wonderful.
I give you 1 extra second on that. De Bruyne is wonderful right at the end. I mean, that actually sways me a bit. If anything, I give City a draw. I think they might get a draw, but I think Chelsea's going to win this game 1-0. I think it's going to be tight. What's your score so that we know that we can...
No, 2-0 actually. I think we'll go 2-0.
You think City's going to win 2-0?
Yeah, go for it.
I got this. You're definitely doing your thing about how Gareth Southgate is the best manager ever. And now we head to Italy for Roma versus Lazio. Now, before we start saying anything about our love for Francesco Totti, because I think that's where the breakdown would just naturally go, we're gonna throw it over to Adrian from Arbona TV, my previews and prediction correspondent who has a little bit more. Adrian?
Hoo-wee! Here's why you want to watch the Derby della Capitale. And while my Italian accent is trash,
Scusi.
Lazio's undefeated streak isn't. They're currently at 9 games. Real Madrid, RB Leipzig, Hoffenheim, and Liverpool are the only teams in Europe's Big 5 leagues that are on longer undefeated streaks than the Biancazzurri. Their forward Ciro Immobile has promised his teammates a brace, but you probably want to put your money on Edin Dzeko scoring. The Bosnian has scored 17 times this campaign. By the way, around Europe, only Monaco and Real Madrid have outscored Roma. Roma is looking great, but have been known to get complacent while leading, like they did against Porto, Cagliari, Victoria Plitzen, and Austria Vienna. Regardless though, I'm backing Roma to claim this one.
Thank you, Adrian, for that. I always feel smarter after I watch one of his pieces. And I'm like,
that's the way I like
I'm just
it.
watching the pictures go by, and it's good music, and it's good energy. And anyway, I agree with the scoreline 3-1. What do you think?
I think it's going to be closer because Salar's out. I think 2-1. I just can't decide who.
Oh, wow.
Roma, Lazio, they're so close. Not just in the league, in terms of everything.
Really?
As his wonderful stats pointed out, Lazio is unbeaten.
But Roma has Francesco Totti.
They do, and they have Dzeko and these wonderful things. But
But
Lazio...
no. Francesco Totti. I mean, he's bigger than the Pope in Rome.
Yeah, no, of course. As a Catholic, I was very, like...
Just want to clarify
They can revoke cards still. No, you're right, he is. The thing is, Roma's fullbacks, I'm not so sold on them. And there's talk they'll move Rudiger out left. I like Lazio's wide options, and I just think those two forces, it's gonna be fun.
You gotta give me a score here, because we got...
2-1 Lazio.
Wow. I think Roma all the way. That Roma. Okay, there's another big game in Italy where last season it wouldn't have been a big game at all, but this season it is a very, very big deal. It's Juventus versus Atalanta. Atalanta is one of the hottest teams in Europe.
Yeah.
Why is that?
They have loads of young guys. They're like Italy's Southampton, if you will. They just blood loads of guys. So they're based in Bergamo, so like shadow of Milan.
Okay.
So they do really well to produce. And in fairness, they invest a good amount of money in their academy.
Okay.
But it produces a lot in the same instance. And then on top of that, we have Frankesi, this wonderful African midfielder who they got from...
Yeah, he's very good.
Totally under the radar.
Yeah.
Already being talked about as potential Man United guy, Chelsea guy, all these big clubs. He's just a little bit of a beast. He's just a kind of...
Okay.
He dominates.
Okay, so do they have the potential to win the league this year? Can they be potentially the Leicester of Serie A? I mean, can they be that good? And right now, they're playing against a Juventus team that's coming off a shock loss to Genoa, who's a little down on themselves at the moment, suffering through some injuries, and just confidence, goes a long way.
My heart screams yes, and then my head reminds it not to be so silly. This is at Juventus. This is what you've got to remember. It's an away game for Atalanta. It's going to be very tough. And the loss that you talk about, they had so many missing players, Juventus. Bonucci, Dybala, etc.
Yeah. Okay, so your score.
I think Juventus take this one 2-0.
2-0. Oh, man. I usually go with my heart. Everybody knows that. And my heart does lead me wrong at times. But I'm going with my heart again. I think Atalanta's going to get a result. I don't think they're going to get the win, though. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
That's not a bad prediction.
Thank you very much. And finally, it's RB Leipzig versus Schalke. He's going with RB Leipzig, and go.
It's a well-drilled team that is actually very talented. It's guys like Naby Keita, Forsberg, Sabitzer, all working as a harmonious unit. And Burke hasn't even hit his stride yet. This is a kid that was destroying the championship. And while Schalke are 12 undefeated, I think it goes one more week for Leipzig.
Well played. So wait. Before he starts, I'm going to go with Schalke just to go with Schalke because it goes with one of my favorite German words, Scheisser. Scheisse! Is that
And in
good?
things that don't surprise me.
I'm going with Schalke because despite some injuries to key players like Klaas-Jan Huntelaar and Franco De Santo, they have these other guys. My favorite four-name player of all time, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, and they have this other guy. I think he played at Tottenham, right? His name's Nabil Bentaleb, and those guys have been doing the business. I think they're going to get a result.
Ooh.
I think they're going to tie. I'm going with the tie. That's my scoreline.
Yeah, I've been pretty bold, haven't I? I was like,
Yeah,
this
go
guy's
wins.
winning, this guy's gonna win.
I'm gonna throw the draw in there. I'm gonna say it's 2-2.
Okay, I'll say 2-1 Leipzig.
2-1 Leipzig. Cool. And real quick before I let you go, Chris, I want to talk about Liga MX in the semifinals of their playoffs.
Yes.
Lyon lost at home to Tigres 1-0. André-Pierre Gignac scored again, so they go back to Tigres. And Lyon has a lot of work to do in the second leg of that. That happens this weekend. And then Necaxa and Club America tied 1-1. And now that goes back to Mexico City at Estadio Azteca, America's home ground.
Delors, Gignac, I think they win it.
The whole thing.
French invasion.
Okay, so Tigres is getting past Lyon.
Yeah.
And then America.
I will say America because I had a Mexican friend in high school who was an America fan and told me every week that they were brilliant. So I'll go with that. Apologies to any Necaxa fans. And I think in the final, Gignac, un Big Mac, as he was rudely and harshly deemed in France, I think he wins it for them overall. I know it's had
Analysis.
stumbles, but
Analysis. This is the analysis that you guys crave and love. Kris Heneage, thank you so much for coming on. Follow him on all the stuff. It'll be in the descriptions. He knows a lot more than I do. He's got a great beard. I can't say you have better hair, but you have a nice beard.
well, the hair was alright.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
No, yours is good, to be fair.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean,
The stressful life you've had, you've done you've done well to maintain a thick mane.
I appreciate you coming on my show and complimenting me. That's the only kind of guest I like to have on my show.